Oh, all this week, we're shining a light on celebrities making a big impact using their wealth and fame to help those in need. The material girl herself, Madonna, is making a huge investment in a country that has given her much in return. Lena Cho sat down with Madonna for a special series, Big Stars, Big Giving. Hey there, Lena.
Hey there, Christy. Good morning from New York. You know, a lot of people know that Madonna has adopted 2 children from Malawi, David and Mercy, but few people know just how charitable she is. She really doesn't talk about it that much, but she is changing lives in that small African nation ravaged by poverty and AIDS. She's building a school there, and for the first time, she's talking about it. She's a woman who only needs one name. So you're Madonna.
No, I'm not. Yes, you are.
Madonna has spent most of her life being provocative. But these days, nothing is more important than her children. 2 of them adopted from Malawi, a small African nation where more than 500,000 children are orphaned by AIDS. All of those orphans, I mean, 1 million.
I would love to take them all home. Yes, if I could.
Because she can't, and because she's Madonna, she made a documentary about the country.
People always ask me why I chose Malawi, and I tell them, I didn't. It chose me.
She also founded the charity Raising Malawi to help the orphans she can't bring home.
We found and met a lot of people who were sick and dying of HIV and with no medical help, and it just felt like a death camp, and it was astonishing. And so, on the other hand, though, everybody that I met was also incredibly brave. So it's a very confusing paradox.
It's an interesting dichotomy because I know that Malawi is known as the warm heart of Africa.
Yeah.
As much suffering as there is there, there's a certain spirit to the people.
Yeah, there is, because on the one hand, I went there and I thought, I have to help. I have to save these people. And then I thought, wait a minute, I think it's the other way around. I think they might be saving me.
Why do you say that?
Because they help you to get a sense of appreciation for life, for what you have. I mean,
a new appreciation for life and a new sense of responsibility. Her latest project, breaking ground on a $15 million boarding school, the Raising Malawi Academy for Girls, slated to open in 2012.
I never intended to go to Malawi and just sort of, dump a bunch of aid on people and flee the country. It's always been about partnership.
And she's putting her money where her mouth is. Every dollar donated to raisingmalawi.org, Madonna will match.
So you just said, hey, match my $1.
I'll keep going?
Match my $100,000. Yes.
Make that $300,000 and counting.
My biggest asset as a human being is, I would say, my resiliency and my survival skills. I'm like a cockroach.
Well,
you can't get rid of it.
But that's helpful in philanthropy.
It is. Yeah.
Right?
It is. I mean, you have to be pretty tireless.
Her tenacity was on display back in 2006, when many people, both in Malawi and around the world, accused her of using her celebrity and her money to buy an adoption. She won. David, now 4, calls Madonna Mom.
It seems that a lot of the things I do end up being controversial, even when I don't mean them to be.
Right. Does it hurt your feelings?
Hurt my feelings. I don't know if it hurts my feelings. I think sometimes I'm pretty prepared often for some of the things I say and do. I go, I know this is going to freak some people out. But then other things I do, like adopting a child who's about to die, I don't think I'm going to get a hard time for, and I do.
Yet Madonna says she'll take the criticism if it means one more child in Malawi gets to go to school, survive, and thrive. Do you ever get overwhelmed by all of the work that needs to be done? Because it seems like you help one kid and there's 1,000 more standing in line.
Yes.
And it can be overwhelming.
Yeah, it can. I mean, sometimes it stops you dead in your tracks and you think, oh my God, I can't do this. But then I see the success rate. I talk to the people in Malawi whose lives have been changed, and that just helps me and keeps me going.
You know, I asked Madonna, after being in the spotlight for more than 3 decades, how aware is she today of her celebrity? Is it something she thinks about all the time? Well, she told me, I'm aware of it when I'm on the red carpet. I'm aware of it when paparazzi is waiting outside my door. And Christy, she says, I'm aware of it when I have an opportunity like this to talk about my work. What's interesting is I asked her, Christy, why an academy for girls? And she told me when she went to Malawi, one of the first things she's noticed was that women were doing all the work. They were the ones with the baby strapped on their back. They were the ones raking the dirt, and yet there were no opportunities for education. She saw that, she thought that was wrong, and she wanted to do something about it.